Hey guys, my name is Moon and welcome back for more Higurashi When They Cry, Chapter 7, Minagoroshi. So last episode, it was pretty nice, right? A little different, how to put this, atmosphere, or not setting, but it was pretty fun last time is what I'm saying. It was very cheerful, right? It was like back to normal when we started Higurashi, right? The students were having fun, and then Keiichi got, I guess, invited to host the auction, right? He accepted, and then later on, he also had some deja vu moments from the first chapter as well, because Mion gave him Ohagi again. So he remembered, I guess, maybe little bits from what happened in Onikakushi. Just a very, very minor thing. And Rika talked to him, right? But she didn't really like, what do you call this? Like say it to him that, oh, it really happened. She didn't say that directly. She was more like, you can remember it. Try and remember it, right? So that was pretty cool. And let's see what happens today. Let us continue. Are we gonna get the auction today? Maybe, maybe not. So here we go. The items donated for the auctions were gathered at the Furude Shrine.
Oh, いろいろとあるな。お中元のタオルセットとか使い古した家具あたりまでは想像してたが、何気に結構いろいろあるじゃねえかよ。
すごいね。テレビや冷蔵庫まである。
TVs。
それにこれまだ新品同然だね。
驚いたでしょう。その雑機関係のお店から余り物とか店頭展示品とか売り物にはならないけどまだまだ新品同然のものをいろいろと供出してもらったわけよ。片遅れ品とかをあまり気にしないならちょっとは立派なもんでしょ。
What if you don't mind something a model behind? Oh, a model behind, so like it's not basically the newest model of the TV. It's like, I guess, the second newest one. Like, it's okay though, you don't need to have the latest one every single time. It's just a TV.
電化製品に貼り付けてある日焼けした新製品というシールがなんだか哀愁を誘いますわね。
いやいや、さとこ、そういうのが逆にポイント高いんだぞ。他人の使用済みの道具よりは多少すすけてても未使用の方が気持ちよく使えるってもんだ。
最近の若者は潔癖なのです。私はあんまりそういうの気にしないから、安ければこういうのもいいかな。
Yes.
レナさんはさっきから家具類に興味があるみたいですね。一人暮らしでも考えてるんですか？
あ、お父さんとお家の模様替えをしようって話になってるの。
Oh yeah, I like how, what do you call this, the story in this chapter are pretty much, how do I put this, because yeah, this one, Rena's talking about her dad and her, right, redecorating the house. This was also in chapter 7, and then last episode, they were also like, yeah, giving callbacks, I guess, to the things that happened in the other chapters as well, like when Keiichi did his thing with Kameda, right, in the baseball and stuff like that. So I like that, yeah. They're pretty much including all the things that happened in the past chapters and then put it here. But in this chapter, they're just mentioning that it happened already, right?
でもちゃんとした家具屋さんで買おうとすると高いから、こういうリサイクル品を探してたの。模様替えって家具まで買えちゃうんですの？ずいぶん大掛かりですのね。うちのお父さんね、つい最近やっと就職したの。だから新生活のための心機一転ってことで大掛かりに行きたいの。レナのお父さんは就職したのですか？
Rika-chan asked her, I was thinking the same thing. Did that mean Rena's father was unemployed until recently? But yeah, Rena's dad has a lot of money though, right?
お母さんと別れてから丸々1年就職しようとしなかった。レナも怒ってたんだよ。ちゃんと働きなさいって。
Rena explained that with her usual smile, so it took me a moment to realize how serious it was. If what she said was true, her parents were divorced and she wasn't living in a very good family environment. Rena talked about it like it was nothing.
お母さんとお父さんが別れたんですの？うん。茨城の町でね、離婚しちゃったの。
Yeah, Rena's mother is a coward, by the way. She didn't even talk to Rena's dad. She just left, and the one who talked to Rena's dad was a lawyer or something, right? So they can have a divorce. Like, what is up with that, right?
それでお父さんとレナはひなみ沢に戻ってきたんだけどね。お父さん、離婚のショックからずっと立ち直れなくて、ずっと寝たり、ぼーっとしたり、遊んだりしてるだけだった。
離婚も失恋も相手を愛した分だけ傷も深まります。その落ち込みの深さは決して悪いものじゃないと私は思いますけど。
The thing is, Rena's dad pretty much like, if I remember correctly, right? He sacrificed his job to go with the mom, I think, right? To another city so she can have like a much better job, right? A much better position. And then in return, yeah, she cheated on him with a coworker. And then they divorced. That's
そん
it.
なロマンチックな話ならいいんだけど、それでお父さん、いつの間にやら悪いお店に入り浸っていることが分かっちゃったの。ある日預金通帳を見てひどい金遣いにびっくり。
レナのお母さんはさ、結構有名なデザイナーさんだったらしくてさ、相当稼いでたらしいんだよね。
Used to make lots of money.
そのおかげでだいぶたくさんの慰謝料をもらってたらしい。
そのせいでお父さんは働かなくても生活できちゃったんだよね。それが立ち直りを遅れさせちゃった原因の一つかもしれない。
それは一理あるな。
Wait, what is she talking like that? That's why he was able to pay for their living expenses for a while. Perhaps that was why it took him so long to get back on track?
お金に余裕がなかったら働かざるを得ない。そうすりゃ忙しくなって落ち込んでる暇なんかなくなるもんな。
朝起きて登校や出勤をして夕方に帰ってきて食事して寝る。
Honestly, what Keiichi said there, that is true, right? If he had no money, then he wouldn't have time to be depressed. True. That is true. Yes, if you can have money, you can just, you know, just sit there.
っていう当たり前の生活習慣は乱れると結構堕落するもんです。私も学園から抜け出してきた後、しばらく無職な生活をしてたことありますからよくわかります。
お家に引きこもって一人でうじうじしているのが一番いけませんです。そうだね、リカちゃんの言う通りだったんだよ。だからレナね、お父さんときっぱり話をしたの。家長としての責任とか親としての自立とか、そういう話を互いに正座しながら一晩みっちりと。
レナって普段はチャラけてるけど、ここ一番ではきっちりしてるからな。親が相手でもきっちりってのはさすがだぜ。
そんなことないよ。レナも最初はショックだったよ。だってお父さん、なんだか知らない女の人に貢いでるっぽかったんだもん。
Oh, that still happened. Yeah, I was thinking about it while we're, what do you call this? While they were talking here in the scenes. I was thinking if he met that girl with the pink hair. I forgot her name. Sorry, but yeah, so it still happened.
娘としてはショックだよ。それでレナはどうしたのですか？
Did she still kill her though? Probably not.
うん、 一人で悩んでるうちは全然ダメ。悪いことばかり考えちゃって。だからみーちゃんに打ち明けて相談してみたの。
私は話を聞いて相槌を打っただけだよ。レナが自分で考えをきっちり整理して父親とちゃんと話をするべきだって結論したんだよ。相談なんてとんでもない。
So yeah, the name is Rina. Rina, I forgot. Rina Mami.
いや、そういうのは大事だろう。人に話すことで悩みってのは結構冷静に考えられるもんだしな。
そういうもんですかね。相談する程度で解決する悩みならその程度だったってことじゃないんですか？
そんなことないよ、しーちゃん。私もみーちゃんと話をするまでは相手の女の人を闇討ちしようとか物騒なことしか思いつかなかったもん。でもよくよく考えてみればそんなの全然最善の解決策じゃない。まず話し合うことから始めないとね。それでレナは話し合ってどうしたのですか？お父さんがグダグダしてるのはお金のせいだってことになってね。口座を別の銀行に移し替えて通帳と印鑑はレナが預かることになった。だからお父さんは毎月私からお小遣いをもらってるんだよ。
So it's the opposite now. Rena is the one taking care of the expenses. But yeah, it's what do you call this? This one. Yeah, she overcame it just by talking to sis. Like back then, she would always, or in the 6th chapter, right? She would stay silent, or she would just be her, what do you call this? Her happy self when she's talking with her friends, right? She wouldn't say anything until she actually killed, Rina and Tepe, right? And then after that, then she told them what happened, right? So here, she didn't do this because she talked to Mion about it, and yeah, the events didn't happen afterwards. The tragedy, I guess, again.
なんだかレナさんのお家は親と子が逆転してしまってますわね。
Everyone else laughed along with Satoko. I wasn't sure if I should laugh, but I saw Rena laughing too.
結局さ、むやみやたらな大金がレナのお父さんを堕落させてたわけさ。金銭感覚が戻れば変なお店にも行かなくなるし、ちゃんと働かなくちゃいけないって気にもなるからね。
でもあれはいいタイミングだった。お父さん知らない女の人のマンションの頭金を払おうとしている矢先だったの。
Oh yeah.
危ないところだった。
Did they even mention how much money did Rena's dad got from the divorce settlement? But yeah, it was a lot of money, right?
レナが笑顔で話す割にはよくよく聞いてみると随分ヘビーな話だな。一歩間違えば家庭崩壊だったんだよな。
True, yeah. But yeah, the woman is just scamming the dad.
そうだね。もしあの時私がみーちゃんに相談しなくてうじうじと今日を迎えていたら今頃きっと。
Yes, I don't know where I would have been by now. You've been in the dump? Chopping off her body. What? Jesus.
その女の人を殺そうなんて考えていたかもしれない。
I probably would have tried to kill that lady. I mean, that is a true statement. You would have done it, yes, if you didn't talk to me about your problems. Everyone laughed at hearing such a dangerous thing come out of Rena's mouth. Rena laughed too. And for example, in Rika's head, right? She's gonna be like, yeah, that would have happened for real. But I saw something serious in her eyes. It was probably true that she once thought about murdering that lady. She seduced Rena's father so that she could get money out of him. Knowing how short-tempered I am, I might do the same if that happened to me. I think she made the right decision in talking to Mion instead of being irrational.
偉いよな。家族の問題なんて恥ずかしくてなかなか話せるもんじゃないぜ。
そうだよね。みーちゃんに打ち明けようと踏ん切りをつけるにはレナもちょっと時間が必要だった。決め手になったのは夢なの。
夢
ですか？
What did you say again? That one dream changed everything. Okay.
うん。あの頃は布団の中でいつも一人悩んでた。だからきっと夢の中でまで私は悩んでたんだと思うの。
In my dream, I thought about what would happen to me if I didn't do anything. I don't know if what I saw was my imagination or a prediction of the future.
夢の中の未来ではお父さんはその知らない女の人ともっともっと仲良くなってて、とうとうお家にまで連れ込むようになってるの。
Dude, I like how they're remembering all of this. Yeah, for them it might be dreams or deja vu, right? But it actually happened in the other chapters. It is pretty cool. I like these early parts of this chapter, the story, right? This is nice. My dad and I don't smoke, but there was an ashtray in the living room. The futon in our guest room was now hers. In the bathroom, there was a toothbrush and shampoo I'd never choose to buy. It was an unusual sight.
それはとても嫌な、いえ、辛いシチュエーションですわね。
Why Satoko's eyes like this? Satoko never told me, but I'd heard that she also lost her parents. I'd heard that she went through tough times when she was taken in by her aunt and uncle. Someone told me about that once. Satoko seemed to understand Rena's pain very well.
うん、それはとても辛いシチュエーション。私は家に居場所がなくなってだんだんと追い詰められていくの。それでちょっとした些細なきっかけで私はその女を殺してしまう。
夢にしては嫌に生々しい展開ですね。それで？
そしたらもう私は人殺しなんだよね。誰にも殺しのことを知られたくないって怯えて怖がって誰も信用できなくなって毎日毎日を死体を埋めた場所で過ごすの。その場を離れたら誰かに死体を見つけられちゃうような気がしていつまでもいつまでも。
嫌な未来だな。夢の中だけで済んでよかったと思うぜ。
あれは夢だったのかな。私はね、あれはきっとそのまま何もしないでいたらきっと迎えた未来なんじゃないかなって思うの。だから翌朝目が覚めた時とても怖くて震えが止まらなかった。私とお父さんの家なのに知らない香水の匂いがするような気さえした。そしてその夢が現実になるのが来年なのか来月なのかひょっとしたら明日なのではないかとどんどん怖くなったの。そこまで追い詰められたらもうみーちゃんに打ち明けるのにためらいはなかったね。
レナがものすごい神妙な顔で内緒の相談があるなんて言ってきた時はおじさんはてっきり変な検査薬で陽性でも出ちゃったんじゃないかと真面目に思ったよ。
What? What are you talking about? Positive on a pregnancy test for a moment.
まあ実際今だから笑い話だけど当時は本当に笑えなかったね。
みーちゃんは本当に頼りになったよ。落ち着いて私の話を聞いてくれて現実的な解決の糸口を探ってくれた。それでやっぱり親子でちゃんと話さないとダメだっていう当たり前の到達点にたどり着いたってわけ。 それは夢ではなかったかもしれませんですよ。
And here comes Rika. Perhaps it wasn't just a dream.
そうだね。ただの夢じゃなかったのかもしれないね。
もしその夢を見なかったら、レナはミオンに打ち明けなかった可能性もあるもんな。レナの人生を決めた重要な夢だぜ。
夢か。あんたも夢を見るんだ。
Oh, is it gonna be Shion now?
へえ。
Shion had said something in a small voice. Only Mion picked up on what it was. I don't know what she said, but based on Mion's reaction, she must have said something serious. I want to hear that though. By the way, Shion actually usually went to school in Okinomiya. However, she'd been coming to the school in Hinamizawa lately. I didn't know why she chose to come this far, but she seemed to be having fun taking care of Satoko. I had no idea what brought Shion and Satoko together. Wait, weren't they on bad terms once? Is that true? Were they always that close or not?
だから思ったの。人と相談するのはとても大事。
We'll have fun in a normal way, we'll laugh together in a normal way, and we'll fall in love in a normal way. We won't doubt each other. We'll trust each other.
仲間はただの遊び友達じゃない。本当に大切なことを打ち明けられる重要な存在なんだって。そんな当たり前のことに気づいたの。
そうだな。だとしたらレナにとっては親子の問題を解決しただけでなく、仲間の重要さにも気づけたわけなんだな。
うん。だから私も誰かが悩みを持ったら相談に乗りたいし、助けたい。絶対に力になりたい。だから私が打ち明けるに足る仲間だと信じてほしい。とても大切なことをレナが言っていますです。
Rika-chan is right. We all nodded at her without joking around. A moment later, we heard someone locking the door. We were all surprised. That person didn't mean to lock the door. She must have locked it by accident, not knowing that it was already open. She turned the knob, thinking that it was now unlocked.
あれ？誰か中におった？
The lady knocked on the door. I could hear several other people outside the door.
あー、ごめんなさい。今開けます。
Mion replied in a loud voice and walked toward the door. I heard her greeting the ladies from the town council.
ちょっとみんな、手を貸してくれる？
なんだなんだ、どうした？
I immediately saw why Mion called us over. The people from the village committee had brought another donation. It was an old cupboard. We all helped to carry it inside the room. As I walked through the door, I realized the Higurashi were starting to cry, taking over from the cicadas.
ああ、前原くん。あんた叩き売りの司会を引き受けてくれたんね。もうみんながあんたしか適任がいないんって太鼓判押すんよ。だからおばさん、前原くんの司会が楽しみで。
あ、いやせいぜい頑張りますので、あまり期待しないでくれると嬉しいです。
そんなこと言っちゃって。今日ここに来たのも売り物を吟味して売り文句を考えておきたいからなんですよ。当日は期待しましょ
したら 叩き売りはちゃんと来ないかんね。
The other ladies smiled and told me they were looking forward to it. It hadn't been that long since I moved to the village, but even these people offered me a position of huge responsibility during the festival. So you could say that they've accepted me as a member of this village. I caused so much trouble where I lived before that I couldn't even go outside. But they're accepting me as a member of the village. I was so happy. I felt bad that I still hadn't learned all of their names. But I was going to do my best to entertain the villagers who were supporting me.
ミオンちゃんはどうする？まだ残るんかいね。
ああ、いや、もう私たちも帰ります。もういいよね、ケイちゃん。
まあ雰囲気さえつかめりゃあとは出たとこ勝負だ。なるようになるだろう。
綿流しには興味ないんだけど、ケイちゃんの視界は見たいな。私も来ようかな。
シオンさんもぜひいらっしゃいませ。みんなで一緒に騒ぐのは楽しいですわよ。
私は反対。シオンは沖宮に住んでるんだから、沖宮の祭りにでも行っちゃえ。
レナはシーちゃんが来るの賛成。シーちゃんが来るとミーちゃんが面白くなる。では多数決により C の参加は決定なのですよ。
というわけです、お姉。当日は私のせいでお姉の地味っぷりが露呈しちゃうかもしれませんけど、まあ仲良くしてくださいね。シオン嫌い、ジオン嫌い、ジオン嫌い。
Whatever Mian says, I know they're actually close. I mean, they were really close though. The more Mian tried to refuse her, the more it was obvious how close they really were.
じゃあでよ。忘れ物とかない？明かり消すよ。
We made sure that we didn't leave anything inside and left the room. I looked around the shrine grounds while Mion locked the door. This big place will be filled with people on the day of the Watanagashi.
このだだっ広い境内がお祭り一色になるんだよな。なんだか全然想像がつかないぜ。すっげえ楽しみだ。
模擬店とかがいっぱい並んで人もものすごいたくさん来るんだよ。きっと圭一くんもびっくりするかな。年に一度なんてケチなことを言わず季節のたびにやってくれてもいいんですのにね。
そういや、季節のたびに来る人はいたね。はい、そんな人いましたっけ？
あ、それは俺もわかるぞ。この間会ったカメラマン風の人だろ。
Oh, Tomitsake, the photographer.
名前はなんて言ったっけ？
圭一は富武を知っていますのですか？
そうそう、富武さんだったな。いや、先日の帰り道で会ってさ、ミオンとレナに教えてもらっただけだよ。妙にたくましい体つきの割に腰の低い感じのおっさん。季節のたびにひなみ沢に来てる熱心な旅行写真家なんだろ。
自称でございますけどね。
あの人が来ると今年ももう綿流しだなって気がするよ。それで綿流しが終わると本格的に夏が始まるんだよね。
そうだね。でも今年は暑くなるのが早いからもうセミが鳴いてるけどね。異常気象とかテレビで言ってますわね。温暖化がどうしたこうしたとよく聞きますわ。
暑い夏大いに結構じゃねえか。夏が涼しかったらなんだかつまらないぞ。
そうですね。 節通りの気候の方が気分がいいもんです。麗華や暖冬はなんだか損した気になります。夏に負けないくらいこの夏の私たちも熱くいこう。綿流し祭何人だ？綿流し祭六強爆闘だね。
Battle of the Six Evils.
今年の綿流しもみんなで一緒に楽しく過ごせますですよ。そうだね。楽しく過ごせるといいね。
お、レナは知らねえな。リカちゃんのは希望的憶測じゃねえんだぜ。本当の予言なんだぜ。だからリカちゃんが当日は楽しくなるって言ったら絶対にそうなる。だってこれは運命なんだからな。そうだろリカちゃん。
はい、運命なのですよ。
Rika-chan smiled with Anipa. Her smile assured me that the day of the Watsunagashi was going to be a great one for us.
当日さ、すぐにオークションってわけじゃねえんだろ。
始まるのは奉納演舞の一つ前だから、夕方からならみんなで一緒に遊ぶ時間は十分にあるよ。
そうですわよね。初めてのお祭りなのに一緒に遊べないなんて気の毒ですもの。
ケイちゃんの叩き売りを楽しんだ後はリカちゃまの奉納演舞ですか。
Rika-chama?
なかなかいいじゃないですか。
Yes, Shion is the only one calling, I guess, Rika as a Rika-chama, right?
ということは、僕は圭一の司会を最後まで見られず、途中で演舞の準備に行かなくてはならないのです。
Or at least in the friend group, I mean. Yes, the friend group, she's the only one calling Rika as Rika-chama.
へえ、リカちゃんも出番があるのか。演舞ってなんだ？やっぱり古出神社の巫女さんだから何か神事でもやるわけか？
綿流しの名の通り、お布団の綿を清める演舞と儀式があるの。リカちゃんがとっても頑張るから、圭一くんもいっぱい応援してあげてね。それでね、リカちゃんが巫女さん装束で重い細工をフラフラしながら振るうのがね、とっても可愛いんだよ。お持ち帰り。
Wait, did you hear that sound when Rena said that? I've never seen a real shrine maiden before. I'm sure Rika-chan will really look adorable. I was looking more and more forward to the Watsunagashi festival. Rena, Mion, Shion, Satoko, Rika-chan, and I, the six of us will definitely have a great time there. How many days or how many more days did we have? I had never been this excited about a festival in my life. Nighttime. That was pretty good, yeah. Did I love this? I'm seeing why people are saying this is, I guess, the best chapter for most people. Like, we just started, right? And I like how they're doing like some callbacks to the other chapters, right? What happened there? They're talking about it. So that's pretty cool. Okay, let's continue. Satoko's snoring sounds so subtle while I stood by the window.
Satoko?
I could tell that she was sound asleep. Okay, so we're with Rika now.
いびきが可愛いのですよ。
Hanyu laughs and tries to poke Satoko's nose. We're jumping all over the place now. Rika, and then we became Keiichi, and then we became Rena a little bit right earlier. Then back to Keiichi, and now to Rena, or to Rika again. I looked up at the sky. Nothing was different about the moon, but the moonlight seemed warmer than usual to me.
リカは機嫌がいいようなのです。確かにそうかもしれない。
I realized it only after Hanyu pointed it out. I really was in a very good mood. Otherwise, I wouldn't be enjoying the view of the sky on a humid night like this. I felt like bringing a toast to the moon. As I rooted around the back of the closet, Hanyu spoke to me, sounding unnoticeably upset.
Rika, お酒はダメなのですよ。いいじゃない。
Oh yeah, because if Rika drinks, Hanyu is gonna get drunk as well, right?
今夜くらい。
Hanyu doesn't like alcohol. If I drink, Hanyu will also taste it, so she always complains when I try to drink. That's why I usually drink only when Hanyu is far away from me. Of course, she'll know right away when I do, but it's too late by then.
ダメです、ダメです。リカにはワインは早いのです。
Yeah, but the thing is, for Rika, her physical body, yes, is way too young, right? Still very young, but her mental, what do you call this? Her mind is 100 years old, more than 100 years old already.
リカは私よ。リカが飲みたいものはリカが決めるわ。ダメです。僕はワインが嫌いなのです。ダメです。ダメ、ダメ。今日は喧嘩はなしだってば。わかったわ。じゃああんたにも飲みやすいように甘いオレンジジュースで割ってあげる。それならいいでしょ。ワインのあの匂いが嫌いなのです。だからダメ、ダメ。
Hanyu jumped around and complained. She was making a lot of noise right where Satoko was sleeping.
やめなさい。サトコが起きちゃうでしょ。残念でしたなのです。僕はリカ以外には見えないし聞こえませんから、いくらトタンバタンしてもリカにしか聞こえないのです。あっかんべー。はは。あんたはたまに身の程をわきまえないわね。
I went to the refrigerator and took out a pack of orange juice and the spicy kimchi I typically use for her punishment.
はい問題。私がおつまみに激辛キムチをいっぱい食べて、羽生オレンジジュースで割った甘いワインを飲んで一緒に月を楽しむのとどっちがいい？
So she's making her choose now. It's either the orange juice that I guess is much better, right? Rather than the spicy kimchi. Hanyu clenched her lips while jumping up and down, ready to burst into tears. She should be disciplined for being that noisy, but she never has been since I'm the only one who can hear her. Besides, she's like air, so I can't even give her a spanking. Hanyu loves sweets, but she really hates spicy food.
いいか？飛び跳ねるのはおやめなさいませ。
Satoko woke up suddenly and I had to hide my glass in a hurry. Satoko doesn't know about my drinking habit. I mean, she better not.
今何時だと思ってるんですの。
She fell asleep again after speaking.
ほら、あんたのドタンバタンがうるさいって注意されたわよ。この安眠妨害。
Oh, I get it. Okay. So you see that Hanyu was jumping, right? And then Satoko felt it, right? Remember, I don't know what chapter it was, but yeah, when Keiichi and was it Shion? I think it was Shion, right? They went inside the, like, what do you call it? The warehouse or whatever it's called. I forgot. That had like the old tools and stuff, right? And then Shion kept hearing something, like footsteps. Was it Hanyu or was it just Shion like messing up there? I don't remember. But maybe it could be Hanyu, right? Because there was, if I remember correctly, there was like a big thud there, right? It was not just like some small footsteps. I think we actually heard some of that. But maybe, right? We'll see at the Watanagashi festival if they repeat that scene that Shion and Keiichi went inside that old, let's just say old tool house, and then if Hanyu is there, it's gonna be pretty funny, right? We'll see. Just like I'm the only one who can see her, I'm usually the only person who can hear the noise she makes. However, that's not the case all the time. Hanyu does exist in the world. Sometimes people can actually hear her and feel her existence. See? It doesn't happen too often, and most people think that they just heard some random noise. Based on my experience, people who are in critical condition like Satoko tend to hear her more often. Oh, so I guess when Shion was maybe hearing something because she was kinda, yeah, she was messed up there, right? Okay, then kinda makes sense now, yeah. When I say critical condition, I mean who've reached the L4 stage as Irie would describe it. At that stage, there's nothing that can be done anymore. They will feel the existence and hear the noise of someone that they can't see. That will really mess with their mind. Hanyu stopped jumping up and down and gave up as I started pouring alcohol into my glass. I wasn't drinking because I wanted to be mean to Hanyu. In fact, I've always wished she would enjoy it too. I poured only a little bit of wine inside a glass and diluted it with plenty of orange juice. In fact, this cocktail is pretty much just juice. I also put some crushed ice inside the glass. With that, it looked like a real cocktail they serve at the bar.
ほら、羽生。これくらいの薄さなら平気でしょ。
I licked the edge of the glass to see how she'd react.
このくらいなら平気なのです。そう。じゃあ今夜はこの濃さにするわ。もう怖がらないで。辛いのはしまうわ。
Hanyu has been scared of that kimchi punishment for a while. As I put it back inside the refrigerator, she seemed relieved. I took the glass and headed back to the window. There was no breeze, but it seemed a little cooler.
ねえ、羽生。あなたも今回は何かが違うって感じてる？圭一やレナの話ですか？それから多分シオンもね。みんな過去の世界をごくわずかだけど記憶してる。そしてそれを生かして致命的な失敗を避けている。ここにはそう珍しいことではないと思いますです。でも圭一やレナ、シオンなどみんながみんな同時にそうなることは僕もとても珍しいことだと思いますのです。
So yeah, it's happening to everyone. So is this the chapter that they're gonna win? And then who knows? No, I like when they were saying this in the beginning, right? I was like, we still have chapter 8 though, right? So maybe, yeah, we're not gonna win here. But with all the things that been happening earlier, especially, they were talking about their dreams, right? Some deja vu memories. Maybe they can get past it now, right? Yeah, we'll have to find out. But I guess what I'll say is all the stars are aligning right now.
私はよく自分の運命をすごろくに例えるんだけど、これは3つ振ったサイコロがみんな6だったような、そういう幸運じゃないかと思うの。僕たちの望む未来に最も近い位置からのスタートという意味では 理科のその例えは正しいと思いますのです。でもこれは理科が期待するような意味の奇跡ではありませんですよ。
I knew what she was trying to say. She was telling me not to expect too much. Yeah, because who knows, right? Maybe it would fail again and you would have your hopes up, right? The die is designed to have 6 dice, or 6 sides, I mean. It's not a miracle if I roll a 6, if I roll it and get a 6. A true miracle is when I roll it once but get a 10, just like what happened with Keiichi in my previous life. In other words, a miracle is something that would normally never happen. Keiichi gave the doll to Mion, Rena spoke with her father, and Shion started talking or taking care of Satoko after remembering her promise to Satoshi. That was all because they had those intentions somewhere in their hearts. It was only a side of their die that was engraved there already. But still, even if you couldn't call the 3 dice rolling this well a miracle, it did mean a good fortune.
理科が頑張ろうという強い意志を見せたので、天の神様が祝福しているのに違いないのです。あんたも神様じゃなかったの？リカは僕をいじめる時だけ神様扱いしますです。冗談よ。お願いだからいじけないで。そんなわけだから今夜はとても機嫌がいいのよ。
I lifted up the glass of orange wine and gave a toast to the moon. It tasted like nothing but sweet orange juice. It was funny to see Hanyu making a happy face as I took a sip.
今度こそ昭和58年の死の運命から逃れられるのでしょうか。逃れることがゴールのすごろくなのだとしたら、これほど幸先のいいスタートはもう二度とないかもしれない。
Sorry, I accidentally clicked it. No matter how hard I tried to prevent things from happening, there were some things I could never control. It's such a huge letdown when that happens. Even after trying so hard, something renders my efforts infertile. I'd probably been wasting my time for so long because I was trying to escape from that pain. For the first time in my life, then I've been blessed with a favorable situation. Everything seems perfect in this world, yes. There's no reason for me to be depressed. It's like the weather is perfect and the wind is blowing in just the right way. If I failed to put my ship out at sea, there was nothing to pin the blame on. I understood what Hanyu was trying to say with the concerned look on her face. If I didn't escape my death under this fortunate situation, I'd have to accept that my fate wasn't something that could be changed. This is an ideal world where all my friends overcame their problems. I was always in a depressing world, but at this time all the pieces of the puzzle matched. If I couldn't change my fate in this world, then it was proof that I couldn't change it in any world. That was the ending that I've been afraid of for a long time. The loss of hope and the death of my soul. Of the pair of us, I was probably the only one who would die. Hanyu will most likely remain there even if my spirit disappears. She must be afraid of being alone after I lose myself. That's why she's telling me not to expect too much. I bit down on an ice chip inside my mouth. It was pleasantly cold.
Hanyu?
Yeah, what happens to Hanyu, by the way? In other words, right? In other worlds, I mean. For example, yeah, Rika dies, and then what happens? Does she go back with the other Rika? I mean, she remembers everything as well, right?
何度も繰り返した話で申し訳ないんだけど。いいのですよ。どうしてリカが必ず昭和58年に殺されるかですね。うん。強い意志は強い運命を生み出す。
ということは、私が昭和58年に必ず殺されるのは、
おそらくそうだと思いますです。
フルでリカを殺して誰がどんな得をするのかしら。
強い意志があるのですから、おそらくは明白な動機があるものと思いますです。
自分で言うのも嫌だけど、フルでリカは村人みんなに好かれていると思う。一般的な村人に殺害動機があるとは思えない。
少なくともこの村に住まう人間である以上、リカに好意を抱かない人間はいないはずなのです。
あんたのおかげでね。今のは感謝の言葉よ。まあいいわ。長いこと疑ってきた園崎本家も違った。となると、私を殺したい人間や勢力が思いつかない。
むしろリカにとっては世界中のどこよりもこの村にいるのが安全なはずなのです。
そうね。世界中のどこよりもここが安全なはずなの。私を殺そうとする人間がいるどころか、私を守ろうという人間がいるはずなのに。
It's ironic. For a long time, I've been refusing help from all those people who were trying to keep me safe.
リカ、やはり入江たちを頼るのはどうですか？
People in this village love and cherish me. But no matter what, they never save me when I try to escape the fate of my death. I spoke to several villagers in the past, but they never believed me and none of them saved me in the end. Okay, so she actually tried it though. Like, telling people that she's gonna die, right? They probably didn't believe me because I had no idea who was trying to kill me or what their motive was. I guess, like, you couldn't even, Rika couldn't even tell, like, oh, this person is trying to kill me. She couldn't even say that. The only thing she can say is, I'm gonna die in the middle of June and someone is gonna kill me. I don't know who, but it will happen 100%. So yeah, I guess no one will believe you if you say that, right? If I could explain that, the people might be more accepting of my story, but there's nothing I can do about that. No one would believe a little girl that she's going to be killed without a rhyme or reason. All they think of me is the reincarnation of Yashiro-sama and the leader of the Furude family. They do cherish me, but they won't protect me with their lives. On the other hand, Irie and his people are totally different. They realize how special I am and they would try to make sure that nothing happens to me. Did Irie died, right? No, was it the last chapter as well? But yeah, he died, if I remember correctly. Was it Keiichi talking to him or was it Rena? But yeah, I remember he died. He just like suddenly died, right? If I confess to them that my life is in danger, I'm sure they would do their best to prevent it. They have all the means to protect me from a violent end. However, none of it really worked in the past. It's not that they're unreliable. It's because Sakano, the one responsible for protecting me, also gets killed in the same day every time. In other words, asking her for help is completely useless. She's very reliable, but she also isn't. It's ironic that I'm the only one who knows the reason why they can never save me.
それが狙いなのかしら。富武と高野を殺し、私を守る者を排除して、それから殺す。
But the thing is, Takano is very suspicious though. Remember in the other chapters, right? They said that someone burned Takano, right? In the mountains, if I'm correct. But yeah, there were like different statements. I wish that this game had like a dictionary or something that we could check what happened in the past other chapters, right? But was it like in the tips or something? But they did say something like Takano was alive, for example, in this one, or the body has been dead since this date or this time, right? And but Takano was still alive, she was still there, etc., etc. It was something like that. I forgot the actual statement there, but very suspicious is what I'm saying. I've always been suspicious of her ever since in the beginning, or ever since we saw her in chapter 1. She has this fake smile, I suppose, right? Menacing smile.
確かに高野たちの死は理科の死と密接に関係する先触れなのです。同じ運命なら。
It's like
同じ犯人が同じ目的でやっている犯行なら。
because, for example, like there's no one else who can be a bad person here. Like the biggest suspicion is on Takano. So who is gonna be killing Rika, right? Tomitake, he actually died. The body is still there, right? The body was there. His neck was clawed out. It couldn't be the other friends, right? As we've seen them throughout the whole 6 chapters, right? So it is a person, but no, I mean, it's one of the persons, or the older persons, I mean. Takano, Irie, policemen. Who else? Those people.
あの二人の死をなんとか覆すことで私の運命もまた覆せるんじゃないかしら。理科は多分覚えていませんですが、ずいぶん前にもそう言って実行したことがありましたです。
The deaths of Takano and Tomitake means the loss of my protection. Because the two of them die, the suspect is able to kill me. That's why I tried to prevent their death somehow. But they never believed me. I tried so hard to persuade them, but they didn't listen. I eventually gave up, and just the thought of their deaths as fated to happen, or just thought of their deaths. It's the same feeling I used to have toward my parents when I was able to go farther back in time. When I found out that death was inevitable, I lost interest in them. After all that time had passed, I forgot how hard I used to try to prevent my parents' death.
それにリカは入江たちのことは嫌ってると思いましたです。まあね、連中は明らかに私たちをモルモットだと思ってるし。
I support them so I can help Satoko, but it disgusts me to think that they're only using me as a test subject. I've been resenting Irie for that reason. Still, I should try to get closer to him. After all, he's the only person who understands how important I am. He's the main person I should be talking to, and he has the most potential for protecting me. I can't avoid seeking help from him just because I don't like him. I've asked him for help several times before, but Tomitake and Takano get murdered even so, and it ruins everything. After their deaths, Irie panics and becomes useless. That's why I gave up on seeking help from him. But in this world, I've been blessed with a positive situation. I will never have as a lucky start as this again. True. Her start is like you play, what do you call this? Some roguelike game, right? And then you're very lucky with the drops you're getting in this run. Yes. This is the best chance I'll ever get, so I should give it my best shot. I really don't like him at all. But he's not a bad person. I should respect him more. He's serious about helping Satoko, and he's not as much of a mad scientist as I'm inclined to think. Takana's a strange person. True. But she's also someone who can give me support. I don't know. But she thinks I'm only her guinea pig. That's why I don't really want her help. Tomitake is more reliable than Takano. I mean, this guy just dies instantly though. Whenever the tragedy starts, he's the first one to go every time. But the biggest problem is that he only visits this village a few times a year. Oh, and on top of that, he always dies before I get killed, so he can never help me. However, they really are the people I should be talking to. If I can change fate or the fate of your deaths, they should be able to save me from my own. It's possible that the only reason I lived until 1983 was because of their effort.
高野たちに接触して彼らを救えるようまた努力してみようと思うの。あ、大丈夫よ。どうせ殺されると思ってるから変に期待してない。だから期待を裏切られても全然平気よ。リカがひどいことを言ってますのです。
Another success to this is if Tomitake survives the night of the Watanagashi, right? If he makes it to the next day, fate has changed once again. But we will have to find that out. I chuckled at her comment.
もし死の運命から逃れられれば、私の運命に対して大きな影響を与えてくれるのは間違いない。そして今回はそれでも2人が殺されるのを前提に話をしてみようと思うの。つまり2人が殺された後、私にも及ぶだろう危害への警護についてちゃんとそういう指示を出してくれれば、高野たちの死後も私の身辺は強固に警備されているかもしれない。
The protection they provide is probably the highest standard of security I could hope for. Yet, I lose that moment Tomitake and Takano die. So I never have their protection after Watanagashi. And therefore, I get killed too. In other words, that's it. Whoever possesses the strong will to kill me actually just wants me dead. Yet, as long or so long as those who are alive, there's a tight security all around Hinamizawa that prevents the killer from getting to me. So to kill me, they must first kill Tomitake and Takano, the heart of that security. Then my protection falls away, leaving me exposed.
リズムで考えれば考えるほど2人の運命とそうやって考えると、あの2人を見殺しにした時点で私の運命は逃れられないものに決まってしまうのかもしれない。ならリカのすべきことはもう明らかなのです。そうね。自分の命より先にあの二人の命を救う方が先決ってことね。
It's kinda ironic. I gave up on them because I was more determined to save my own life. But I finally came to the conclusion that I have to help them first before helping myself. But something I still don't understand. Someone with convictions this strong is trying to kill me for some equally strong motive. Yet no matter how often I debate it, I can't think of anyone who'd benefit from my death. Not only that, but there should be only people who'd want to protect me. Especially since they would do anything to protect me and in the present environment. They even eliminated my mom. To be perfectly honest, I don't even care about her anymore. I mean, I guess, like, she was talking about it earlier, right? She tried to prevent the deaths of her parents, right? But yeah, she's lived 100 years more, right? And then I guess she just stopped. I never got along with her, and she's the one who took my father's death the wrong way, making a huge deal out of it like she did. She got what she deserved. I am a valuable guinea pig for them, and I can be a bomb too. No one benefits from making me explode. There's only disaster awaiting them if that happens. Lots of people will be lost, and nobody would gain anything from that. According to Takano, my death would be like the eruption of a volcano in the middle of the village. I am not interested in what happens after my death, but they're really concerned about it. They're watching me every day to ensure that I don't accidentally hit my head on the corner of a block of tofu and die. Can you die in tofu though? It's fair to say that they're here in order to prevent the eruption from happening. I'd be suspicious of them if they were going to benefit in some way from my death. But as everyone knows, that can't possibly be the case. My death would create nothing but disaster. They're benefiting from my being alive right now.
損得の問題ではなく、何かの怨恨かもしれないとは随分思ったわよね。私個人じゃなくて、古出家に対する恨みみたいなものが伝統的に御三家とかに残ってたりして、私が爆弾だと知らないからこそ殺したと。
That's why I was suspicious of the three families, especially the Sonozaki family. However, after observing them in numerous worlds, I feel that's not the case. I felt that way in several lives, but it always had something to do with that incident with Keiichi and the doll. It's clear that there's nothing going on between the Sonozaki family and mine.
あとは狂信的な何者かなのです。
If it's not about profit or a grudge, it might be someone's secretly deranged cultist. We've already had a series of murders 4 years in a row under the name of Oyashiro-sama's curse. Timing-wise, it would somewhat interesting if I, the reincarnation of Oyashiro-sama, were killed in the 5th year. I couldn't stand to be murdered for such a whimsical reason, but such a motive actually seemed fitting. Ironically, I would have to suspect Takano if that's the case. She's well known for being an eccentric researcher of local histories. She's only interested in the village's history because she already knows who I am. She's doing the research based on the notion that I am important, so she should have no reason to kill me. She would desire to keep me close to her as a research sample. It's hard to believe that she would kill her favorite toy. She might be willing to kill someone who would try to harm her little toy though.
まあ、いくら考えてもわからないし、どうでもいいことかもしれないわね。誰かが私を必ず殺す。その事実から逃れられれば、他はとりあえずどうでもいいんだから。
No, I take that back. I want to escape my deadly fate, but I also want all of my friends to be happy. And I want the rest of my life to be happy too. I don't want to hide myself in the forest forever just to get away from my murder. In fact, I've tried that once before, but I still met with the same ending. Living in the forest was a horrible experience. I think I was able to survive until July that time. That might be the longest I've ever lived. Ooh. I smiled bitterly and finished off the rest of the orange wine in the glass. I'd have to talk to Irie again. I don't like him, but his people are my only hope.
もういい時間ね。床に戻らないと明日が辛いわ。僕もそう思いますです。おやすみなさいなのですよ。
I lay down and closed my eyes, but I couldn't fall asleep right away. Suddenly, I remembered Rena's words out of nowhere. It was no good when I was thinking about it on my own. I wasn't thinking about it on my own. I was talking it out with Hanyu. Now I know. It's important to talk to other people. Friends have greater meaning than I thought. You can talk to them about anything. I finally realized that. After I asked Akane for help, should I also talk to Keiichi? I've told him before in my previous lives, but he never believed me then. Maybe he will believe you now. Higurashi when they cry. Cool stories we're getting today. The two of us. Okay, let me see. Rika Furude always thought there were 4 members in her family. She could clearly see all of us, her father, her mother, and me. She had no idea that I was invisible to anyone else but her. Okay, so Hanyu is the one talking. My appearance is a little different from human beings. I may otherwise look like a person, but I can't hide my horns. So it's obvious that I'm not human. I'd hope that because Rika has seen me since she was a baby, she wouldn't be bothered by my ugly horns at all. And that hope came true. Just as chicks believe whatever they see first is their parents, Rika accepted me as part of her family as a matter of course. Even though I have these horns, Rika and I have been close ever since the day she accepted me as her family member. I became closer to her than her parents. I couldn't even remember the last time I was able to communicate with someone. We spent all day together. But her family, especially her mother, denied my existence. Since her mother so strongly denied me, Rika and her mom became distant. Rika didn't learn certain things that many children learn from their mom. That's why I taught her instead. It's kinda ironic how that made her mother resent Rika even more. Yeah, we had tips back then, right? About Mother's Diary, if I'm correct, right? And she was talking about how Rika was different. How Rika knows stuff to do, right? Even though she didn't teach Rika. And she was kind of weirded out by her own daughter, right? Rika used to fight with her mom a lot about how she talked. I guess she picked up some bad habits from me. Besides the fact that she didn't get along with her mom, Rika was a pretty normal girl. She was just like Satoko. She loved running around in the woods and doing mischievous things. However, in June 1983, Rika's life was taken. All we want is a happy life for Rika. My power only allows us to search for the path leading to that. It's awful to repeat the same tragedy over and over again. Although it's devastating, we can still find happiness within this endless world. Rika Furude's destiny is a tragic dead end. But I'm secretly enjoying the fact that I get to spend more time with her than what normal people can enjoy. It's not just Rika. They may not see or hear me, but being with Satoko, Mion, Rena, and Keiichi is also very fun. I can never be one of them, but I can still be by their side. I like how she said that though. I can never be one of them, but I can still be by their side. So yeah, with hundreds of years of, I guess, bonding or Rika bonding with her friends and Hanyu being there. So yeah, for Hanyu, it feels like, even though she doesn't directly talk with them, right? She could still feel the enjoyment being with friends, right? So, nice stories that we got today. From the beginning when Rena was remembering, right? Even Shion a little bit, I guess. And then Rika talking about this as well, right? Talking about that in the beginning. Like, this is a perfect world she's been into right now. And the only hope that she can get, I guess, for surviving this is talking to Irie, Takano, Tomitake, those guys, right? But we'll see what happens though. So yeah, the most suspicious ones are, I guess, those guys, right? The clinic people right now, and maybe Oishi. But yeah, I don't think so for Oishi though. He may look suspicious sometimes. Sometimes he's good, sometimes he's bad, right? In different chapters. What I mean bad is sometimes he's angry, is what I mean. Like in the first chapter, was it the first chapter? Like he was good to Keiichi, right? And in the second chapter, he was kind of different, if I'm correct. But yeah, different from time to time. Oishi is, but I don't think he's a true evil here. I don't think so. But yeah, we will find out, I guess, more in the next one. So we will continue this and do more of Higurashi When They Cry, Chapter 7, Minagoroshi, in the next one. So I'll just see you then, guys. Bye-bye.